Here I am back hitting on Java Empire once again. No, I'm just kidding. But I do want to talk about another issue and a problem, I guess, that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. I mean, I do see some people talk about it, but basically, that is customization and tuning kits in Java Empire. Now, you guys may be asking, what's the problem with customization and tuning kits? It's really cool. You can customize your car to whatever you want it to be. You can make a drift car. You can make whatever type of car that you want. So it's really, really cool. And I'm going to get into the problems right now. And yeah, let's get straight to it. First problem, which you guys might have noticed for like the last 2 years of the game, is cars being overall unbalanced. Now, let me say this. To be fair to, Vodic's credit, cars have always been a little bit unbalanced in the game, but with the new customization that we've gotten, it has gone a lot worse. And I'm talking about, like, we're having new meta cars every 2 weeks. Sometimes you don't even know what the best car is because it's just all over the place. It's just so much stuff going on, and overall just everything is a lot more unstable. And here's kind of an example of cars being super unstable and all over the place. For example, I did make a video on this. The Audi TTRS, in real life, by the way, this goes 155 miles per hour. Now, this car's obviously matched, right? You would expect it to, like, maybe when it's maxed out, it would probably go maybe, I don't know, top speed would probably go 200, 210 something, and then maybe 250 once it's like fully maxed out with nitrous. That kind of makes sense. But no, this car actually goes a lot faster than that, and we're about to see right now. Top speed without nitrous, 277, and then all the way nitrous up, we're going 360. It's more like 330 really, because we're going downhill, so we're going a lot faster. But 330 to 340 miles per hour on a car that originally goes 155 miles per hour. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Some cars are just overall unbalanced. Now, I'm not asking for Java Empire to be realistic. Obviously, like, Java Empire isn't a super realistic game. It's Roblox. I'm not expecting it to be the most realistic. But the problem that Java Empire really has is they don't find a median. They don't find like the middle of being realistic in an arcade game. I'm very aware that Java Empire is an arcadey game. It's not super realistic, but they need to find that like middle, that perfect median in the middle where it's both like realistic but still arcadey at the same time. And it's just overall a lot more arcadey, and that's why actually a lot of people don't like the game because of that. And yeah, that's definitely a huge problem. Another kind of example would be the Valkyrie. Now, you could obviously upgrade it and make it insane handling, but for example, I believe this car has like 46% handling or something low like that. Bro, cars like that should not be like that stock low on handling. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a Valkyrie. Like, it should be a lot better. And then there's like other track cars that are designated for the track and are not even good anymore. Like, a good example would be like the R. This car is like, look at this. It's just slow. I mean, I don't have it fully upgraded, but I mean, it's just not as good as it used to be. I should be able to upgrade it with the slots, and it's really, really good. So that's kind of the biggest issue which I see us facing with this new customization thing we have. And getting into tuning kits, I know a lot of people are going to hate me saying this, but they are too expensive. And I know a lot of people are going to be like,
bro, you have $900 million in the game, you have so much money, how is it too expensive?
Even for me, as a content creator with almost $1 billion, I find this to be way too expensive, and you get too little for the money you pay, bro. I mean, you're paying $200,000 for 10 tuning kits. That's cool and all, and obviously it's going to be randomized. You're not guaranteed to get purple or gold parts, like the best parts. That's obviously true. But even unlocking stuff and like spending millions upon tens of millions, I still don't see us getting enough for the actual value that we spend. I could spend maybe $30 million and it still wouldn't be enough to fully upgrade cars like with gold parts for like 5 cars, if that makes sense. So let's say I wanted to do like 5 cars with a top speed build. I would have to buy even more million. Let's say I spend 15 million or something like that. Let's say 10 million to be more like realistic, right? Let's say I spend 10 million and I'm over here, buying the tuning kits, and I want to do 5 top speed builds with 3 different cars, basically, or like 5 different cars, whatever, right? Which are like all 2 million or above. I literally wouldn't have enough money because you have to buy more. It's crazy. What I'm basically trying to say is, back then with the customization system, it used to be so easy to have like all the cars matched. Before this, I had all my cars matched, and here's what I mean by having all my cars matched. If we go over here to the customization system, we can see I have all the slots for this car, right? But it doesn't really mean anything now because like it's not really matched, because when you add the parts, then it just becomes like actually what it's supposed to be. Back then, it used to be super easy to like just max out all your cars in, and now basically what I'm trying to say, it's become so much more of a hassle. It's become too expensive. When it was first added to the game, it was super fun, but now it's just more like a duty and it's more of a hassle, and it's just not enjoyable to really upgrade your cars like that anymore, at least in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. I know some people have fun doing their off-road drift builds, and I do think we should still have that, but the system we used to have before just used to be so much more simpler, and with the complications of the new upgrade system, I think the whole game just got more complicated as a whole. And what I mean by that is when they changed the customization system, making it way more difficult and way more, complex. Also, that made the whole game more complex in the terms of stats. Everything just started going all over the place, and the stats of cars just started becoming an absolute mess. But here's kind of a better example. Shout out Fluke, which actually made a Discord thread. He says it way better, so let's go ahead and see that right now. All right, so here we are. Shout out Hopper once again, which actually made a suggestion. Please remove the part upgrade system, which is tuning kits. To be honest, I was excited when it was added to the game. Over the past few months, I spent time testing testing the system in real play for car ranking content. And I also tried it on another account that's just a regular, not wealthy player account. The results were more negative than positive, and it unbalances the game, especially the Ravana develops its scene in electric vehicles, which actually perform better than some which are built for the track cars and races. In other words, it looks like a fun feature at first, but it isn't. The costs are extremely high and it's tedious to obtain. You have to grind heavily to upgrade your car enough to unlock slots for the upgrade parts, and you also need to spend a lot of money to randomly obtain the best upgrade parts, on average about 10 million. I don't know now that parts are a one-time purchase and can be moved to other cars to save some money, but from a normal player's point of view, they usually have at least 3 to 4 cars for racing each circuit, another 2 to 5 cars for casual fun. So if a player wants 3 to 5 fully upgraded cars, it takes 30 plus days of grinding as a regular player, which is more tedious than enjoyable. The average price of some cars is already very high, and it doesn't even include the upgrade costs needed to unlock upgrades part slots. Very, very true, and I agree with. We can see some other people actually here agreeing. Yes, I agree. Yes, it should be removed. This person here did say that he actually likes the feature, and it does like allow for much broader customization and more like, you know, making the car personalized, which I fully agree with. But I think in terms of like the tuning kits and customization, it has become more of a negative and more of a hassle than it has good, in my opinion. And this person said here, it's definitely difficult to get to a point to have several vehicles with full kits, but it's all the difference between buying a house or expensive limited. And the Hopper reply was saying, nope, I just want the game to be balanced. If you want it to be more competitive, you can fit it like this. One, balance the car so players can use a wider variety of cars during the grind to get to the top tier car, which I do agree. Adjust the price pool to be more appropriate or exclusive prices I cannot read. Then 3, event grind, for example, ×2 event, remove or fit some tracks. And this guy said, yeah, basically just grind. And yes, I do agree with, yeah, you should always grind. That's always my answer to everything. But the level of grinding that we're talking about is completely different. I remember when I bought all my cars, and yes, that costed a lot of money, or, you know, cost a lot of money. That was like 300 million. I remember on top of upgrades, it was crazy, already insane. But imagine how much more money you're spending on tuning kits. I know you guys remember, like, before we had tuning kits, upgrades were already super expensive. I'm talking about, for example, you have a Hennessy Venom F5, right? When it came out, it was 5 million. I'm talking about I'm spending 60% of what the car's worth on upgrades. Like, I'm spending 3 million on this. Some other cars which we had in the game, like, let's say I'm, you know, getting an Audi TT-RS and I don't have tuning kits, like, before, you know, the auto customization system. This car's 200k. I could probably end up spending more money on upgrades than the actual car itself. It has always been crazy ever since the new customization. But with tuning kits, bro, I can't even imagine. It's so bad. Even with the money I have now, I'm not even sure if I can get a top speed build for every single car, and that's an issue, bro. I should be able to fully upgrade my cars, like, when it's not super hard. Like, yes, grind, but like, is it even worth it anymore? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even have any of my cars maxed out anymore, and I can't max out like 10 cars because that would just take such a long time. I mean, I could obviously, but like, let's say I wanted to max out 20 cars at once. It would just take too long, and it's too much of a hassle and not even really fun anymore. I remember like back then I used to have a little bit of extra money. I'm like, you know what? I should just fully upgrade some of these cars, and it's a quick process. It's nothing too crazy. And I also think simplicity is just better. Like, all these kids that are joining, let's be honest, I feel like maybe 2 to 3 years ago, the fandom was a lot more teenagers, kind of kids my age. Let's be honest now, let's face it, you know, a lot of more people joining are like a lot younger, and they don't really understand what tuning kits are. They're not trying to really grind the game like that. You know, how the customization system is, it's way too complex, and that's why I think simplicity is key. And it should just be way more simple than what it is now. And reading further on the Discord thread, somebody said, yeah, to prove this, I would just like a more forward way to obtain parts than just luck. But maybe fusing parts could be kept, which I agree with, bro. I mean, it's just the luck thing, and you just don't get enough. I'm spending 200,000, and I could probably open something right now. Let me go ahead and see. I'm spending 200,000. I'm just not getting a lot, bro. I'm really not getting much out of it. Boom, 21. So I just spent 200k for this, right? And this is literally basically all I'm getting. I'm not getting much at all. Like, this is basically some of what I got. You're not getting like much at all, and that's the part where it's just like you're like relying on luck. I hate the fact that I don't know, I hate the fact that customizing cars feels like such a hassle, and it's so expensive. I mean, it's been expensive before, but it's just way more out of control now. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, it's hypocritical you saying this with so much money, but even for me, bro, imagine me, like, I'm complaining about how expensive it is and how hard and how much of a hassle it is to upgrade cars now. Imagine me with, you know, I have a lot of money. Imagine the players like that are just starting out, or, you know, that have 10 or 25 million, like a lot less more money than me. Like, it is a hassle, bro. Like, you know, you should be able to upgrade 5 to 10 cars that you use for fun, 5 to 10 cars that you want to do like top speed builds for. But even that is an insane amount of money. And yeah, I don't know how they would go about like removing tuning kits. They would probably have to send out a lot of refunds, and that'd be a lot of data to collect. So it'd probably be another hassle within itself. But basically what I'm trying to say is when the customization system got more complicated, so did all the stats, and everything is just completely just like, I don't know, Driving Empire is just a complete mess with like vehicle stats, bro. I'm gonna be super honest. Like the Lotus Evija, when this car came out, you would have expected it to be a crazy fast car. it's super slow. I mean, like, it's not fast at all. You would have expected this car to be crazy. And then I'm pretty sure one of the developers said, oh, we actually try to reach for realistic times, so the drag times when you actually do them, they're realistic to real life. And so like, okay, cool, we're going a realistic route. And then all of a sudden we have a crazy overpowered car that should not be overpowered at all, because it's not like that in real life. And then that's just where it's like, okay, what are we doing? Like, Drive Empire never picks a specific route. They're like, okay, we're gonna go realistic, okay, we're gonna do this, and then they just go all over the place. It's confusing, and it just messes up everything, and they mess it up even more with adding new features, for example, like the tuning kits. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when the tuning kits first came out, I was like, oh, this is exciting, this is something to do. You know, it's actually very, very fun in the game. But like, the more and more that I was actually in the game, I'm like, wow, this kind of sucks. Like, it's not really fun at all, and it just messed up the game even more than it already was, you know? I don't know, maybe I'm hating, but that's just kind of my take, and I feel like a lot of you guys could actually agree with this. So yeah, let me know. And further proving my point, Hopper literally just said, so I did a test in 11.2 million for 6 gold caliper. And yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm talking about. What you could get on 11.2 million is you could probably match out the McLaren F1, which is $20 million, bro. Imagine that. With the old upgrade system, you could fully upgrade this car. Before the tuning kits, you could fully upgrade this car basically with 11.2 million. And now you're spending 11.2 million to fully max out just the brakes on one car, which is insane. Like, it's just an insane scam. Like, that is so expensive, even for me, bro. I know people are like, 10 million isn't even nothing, bro. That's a lot of money. That's crazy. Like, that is so much, and I can't even imagine. I feel bad for like the actual players. Like, I know a lot of people like say, oh, you have a lot of money, this, that, and the third. I know I've said that a million times, but I actually do try to see it from your like guys' perspectives, and that is insane. Like, it is a crazy amount of money. It's insane to me that like, if I were to predict, if you just wanted to like fully upgrade 20 of your cars, you would probably have to end up spending like 300 million, like some crazy price, maybe 200 million. Not like that crazy, but it's just insane what the prices are. And tuning kits overall just have become more of a hassle, and customization has just become more complicated, and cars are so unbalanced. Like, let me show you guys some example. Here's kind of adding to my point. Let's go over here to acceleration high to low. And if we go over here to acceleration high and low, we got the Pininfarina, right? And it scores at 57% acceleration, right? By the way, this car does under 2 seconds in real life, by the way. It does under 2 seconds, so it is quick. It is by far probably the fastest accelerating car, honestly, on this list, like at least in real life, right? So if we go over to the Pininfarina, like once again, so the acceleration of this car should probably be around 85%, like over here, and it's only at 57%, which I don't really understand. We have this car over here, which is 53%, and yeah, it is like on the faster range of acceleration, but even still then, like, it's just not realistic stacks at all. I mean, like, top speed is right, handling is like kind of off on a lot of cars, like for example, the Austin Martin Valkyrie. Why is this car 49% handling? This should be more towards over 70% handling, but obviously they want you to buy the upgrades, and then, you know, you could probably get it up to 80 to 90%, but upgrading this car isn't even worth it, and like half the cars aren't even worth upgrading because you spend so much money on tuning kits and you get so little, bro, just for one car. Like, it's insane. And then the next update comes out and you want to like spend money on upgrades for another car, but you have no money because you spent too much money on tuning kits. You know what I mean? And here's a great example. Here we have the Pininfarina Battista. I believe in real life it does 217 miles per hour, right? Max. In real life, I believe that's what it does. I think it does 0 to 60 in like 1.9 seconds, something crazy like that. So let's see. With fully upgraded, this is fully upgraded, we're getting 248, okay? A lot faster than 217. Let me fully upgrade my nitrous, right? Let me fully upgrade it. Let me go this way so it's not downhill. So we go 248, right? Fully upgraded. No boost. Now let's go ahead and see with boost. There we go. We have the boost all the way charged up, and we're going, let's see, 345. Okay, mind you, this is like a, I believe, I'll pop it up on the screen. I think it's like a $2 million car, $3 million car. Very, very expensive. Then we have the Audi TT-RS, which I already kind of tested a little bit earlier in this video. Let's go ahead and see the stock top speed. By the way, this car goes 155 miles per hour in real life, right? It's fully upgraded. Obviously, it's going to go a lot faster, but we're going to see. This shouldn't, you know, surely be faster than the Pininfarina, right? Whoa, stock top speed is 275. What's going on here? This car's $200,000. Then fully going, whoa, 380? What? I mean, we are going downhill, but this is doing faster numbers than a Pininfarina Battista. That's kind of strange. I mean, they're both very, very unbalanced. That's really what it is. They're both very, very unbalanced. And with tuning kits, you can make the argument, yes, you can make cars unbalanced because you can customize, like, you know, everything to, like, the little points that you want it to. But even then, it's just so much of a hassle. I feel like they just need to go back and make it simpler. I feel like with the old customization system we had before, it was so simple. Even for, like, a new beginner, it's way more beginner-friendly, in my opinion. It was a lot more simple, and there was a lot less problems. I'm not gonna add like, yes, before the old customization like that we had 2 years ago that I got added, I'm not gonna add like in 2022 or 2021 there wasn't still problems with cars being unbalanced. That's always been a thing, but it was easily fixable because it would just be 1 or 2 cars. But now it's just out of hand, and I don't know, it's just crazy. Like, I don't know, I feel like they just need to remove it and just completely revamp and just make it a lot simpler. Overall, what I'm saying, the new tuning kits, the new customization is way too complicated, is too much of a hassle, it's way too expensive, and we should just go back to kind of just simpler customization and just, I don't know, it'd just be better for everybody if it was that way. That's just kind of what I'm saying. But the only reason I still make videos on this game is because I see so much potential. But I'm just gonna be honest, Java Empire, you need to get a lot of stuff together to get to a good point again, bro. I'll be completely honest, bro. I don't hate the game, but it needs to clean up a lot of its stuff because a lot of it is a mess, and this is a big one, I feel like. But yeah, boys, that's pretty much it for today's video. Make sure you guys follow my socials down below, down in the description. My Instagram, my Twitter, TikTok, all of that will be down below. Also, join the Discord server. We're so close to 800 members, so let's get to that. And if you enjoyed the video, of course, like and subscribe. Let's get to 18K, bro. Like, you know, we just hit 17.1. Shout out to you guys. So let's go ahead and hit 18K. Like and subscribe. All of that, you guys already know. Let me know what you guys think about what I said in this video. If you agree or not, let me know your opinions down below in the comments. And that's it. Have a good one, everybody, and bye.